Everybody. Hello, beautiful faculty and all the curious souls out there who are thinking about taking this amazing LTIC certification. Joanne, I have to commend you, and also Christina, for great talks that you've been given. And thank you, Jacques, for hosting and for inviting me. So I have the pleasure of joining and supporting this amazing program with the skills that are about your personal impact and your personal influence. It's this thing of how do we get through? And like mentioned already a couple of times today, right now, a lot of that impact is through the virtual space and through Zoominars like we're doing today, or talks and all of that. And in the commercial awareness module that I'll be doing together with a colleague, Clinton, who I will be talking about how to make a good pitch. Because when we have a new project and we have something exciting to share, something we want to really get over and across to our potential funders maybe, or to board members, or to important stakeholders, what are the best steps and what do we need to do so that we really get the message through? And we're planning to have 2 sessions. So we'll be working both with one module where I explain the different toolboxes that we'll be using. And then we'll have a masterclass when I'll give some of you feedback live when you give your pitches. And I'll also, towards the end of the program, I'll be working with virtual facilitation. That means how to host meetings, how to make it so that people are really engaged. And so I can tell you that since the pandemic, my whole career, of course, has gone online, like for many of us. And the new topic that keeps coming up that I'm talking about at a lot of conferences and doing sessions about is, can you help us with online fatigue? How do we make it engaging? And so back a little bit to the commercial awareness and to pitching. So I thought today in this short little taster with everybody, I would talk a little bit about the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th preparation step. When we prepare, when somebody tells you, you need to pitch this, you need to go over. And pitch, by the way, pitch is not only when you have a presentation deck, we're pitching the whole time. We're pitching to everybody we talk to. We're always in that persuasive mode when we work together with people, when we have collaborators and so on. So the first thing actually, usually most people think about is, what am I going to talk about? I need to rehearse. I need to prepare. I need to have all this knowledge. And that, dear LTIC viewers, is step number 3. The first preparation step is, who am I talking to? Figuring out how much I can about my audience so that I know that what I say is going to fit. And then the next step is why. And the why is never the information, everyone. Because if you say, well, why are you giving this pitch? Well, I want to really inform them. Then no. We live, as we know, in the information age, and right now in the online information age. So passing on information is a click away. If you're pitching to someone to share the information, you could have sent a PowerPoint deck, you could have sent a PDF, you could have sent a book, you could have made a video. There's no reason to ask people to leave everything they have behind and to tune in with their attention for you. So when we do that, the why, the best way to find the why is to think, when you've said your last golden word, and there's that pregnant pause, and your audience is taking it in. What is it in that moment that you would like to leave behind inside your listener? That is your why. Your why is going to be, it's going to be a feeling. It's going to be a sensation. It's going to be a call to action. Very often the why is building that relationship, increasing your credibility. If it's a pitch for an investor, it's going to be a lot about trust. You want to leave a sense of trust. When investors are investing, sure, they're investing in their project, but more than anything, they're investing in you. Do they trust you? Do they think that you have what it takes? So when we're prepared, the who, I'm going to do like this so we come from the top. The who, the why, then we come to the what. That's your content. Long story short, the biggest mistake I see in most presentations and pitches is that we tend to have too much material for too short time. So the art of synthesis, of picking what's really essential and compelling, and just go in for one or two details instead of covering too much. That's the general thing. Then step number 4 is how. And the how is, what's going to be my first thing? What's going to be my last thing? Introduction, conclusion. Am I going to talk like I'm doing right now? I'm choosing to talk without slides because I'm thinking it's actually more engaging for everyone just to see me right now. When we have our session, we're going to do both. Am I going to use slides or not? Is it going to be any kind of audience interaction? Am I going to use a 3-dimensional prop? So for example, here's the right kind of loud. This is my book with all my communication tools, except for the virtual part, because this was written before the pandemic. So there's a difference when I hold something in my hand. For example, if I talk about a global initiative, and I can come and hold the globe, it gives the audience actually something else now that we are so deprived of 3-dimensionality. When we come after the how, the last step, preparation step, which unfortunately is something that very many of us don't really get time to. That is the fine-tuning of ourselves as speaking tools. And in the 5 comes the screen checklists. And this is partly what is new right now in this virtual world. And so I thought I'll give you a little bit taster of things that are good to have for your screen checklist, because you're going to be doing a lot of things online in all kinds of contexts, not only for the LTIC. So if you notice right now, I'm looking straight into the laptop. So I have my laptop on a little stand. So if you haven't, and I got these tips from Tom Ford. So I have a stand, you can have them on some books. It's better to see our face like this. We don't want to show our nostrils if you have it on the table. Light is super important. One of the first things I did when I started working from home was to get my lamp. And so to give you an example, today I'm calling you in from London. It's a overcast day, not super sunny, but it's okay, it's daylight. If I take away the lamp, this is the way you see me. So you can see it's daylight, but you can actually see almost the background more than I do. And now I have the lamp on. And when we are going from 3-dimensionality out here to 2-dimensionality, we're losing so much. So we really want to get a sensation of who that person is. So small investment, big impact. And then when you have tech issues in your situation, it's going to happen sooner or later. Be flexible and invite the listeners in so that we are with you, because we're all in this together. There are tech things that are going to happen. Your audience and potential buyers, investors, stakeholders, board members, suppliers, all of those, they're going to be much more, they're going to be more persuaded by you, more impacted by you when you are accepting those tech mistakes or itches and just going relaxed with it. And as an attitude, what we like a warmth, we like a realness. What I've seen this morning so far in today's session is that actually all of the speakers, we had Jacques, we had Christina, we had Joanne, there was a realness there. We are so deprived of realness. We talk about the word authenticity, but the ability to bring your whole self so that you can show up with who you are and have a warmth and a realness, that's going to impact your pitch and your meetings and your different interfaces a lot. So as Joanne said, this is an exciting time. This is the first time there's something like this is happening. I'm personally very, very thrilled to be joining the faculty and all of you and to help you to get your message